Hi, I'm Brad Haehnel, and this is my studio, Noise Alchemy. Noise Alchemy is the culmination of many years' experience as I've been trying to build the perfect mix room for, really, it was designed for film music mixing. Now, I've got it to be where you can dub mix as well, but film music mixing is my first love and my first priority. So with that in mind, I took my years of experience with monitoring and with acoustics and with computers and all the other necessary things for mixing and have put it into this space. Along the way, I always tell this story. I didn't get into this business to be a studio owner. Back when I started, some 35 years ago, this business was really about going to work for a major recording studio. But as we all know, the times have changed dramatically over the years, and things are much different than they used to be. So what was starting to frustrate me when it came to the advances that we were making in film music, especially, was when we were trying to go to some of these other studios, say some of the more rock rooms in town and things. They were just really ill-equipped to handle music mixing, and then to go to a proper dub stage costs a lot of money. So my thinking was, how do we get it so that you can walk into a room and just start mixing? And that's kind of my vision here at Noise Alchemy. The first thing that you'll notice when you walk into Noise Alchemy is the acoustical treatment, and I'd like to go through that quite a bit. I scoured the internet, as we all do, for different types of acoustical materials. One of the main things that we are always looking for is proper bass traps. Part of the problem with bass traps is, for them to work, they have to be big. There's just no way around it. They have to have some mass to them. They have to actually be able to capture low frequencies. So as I was scouring the internet, I came across acousticfields.com, which Dennis Foley is in charge of, and I looked at his bass traps in my old room. Now, my old room was a fairly small place, 17 feet by, I think it was 17 by about 13 feet, something like that, not too big, with only a 9-foot ceiling. And the biggest problem with a small room, again, is the bass. You can kind of get one seat feeling okay, but, you move just even a foot or half a foot and the whole bass thing changes. So I contacted him, and he suggested that I get some of his units, and they're very big units. They stand pretty much as tall as my speakers do. They're 16 inches deep, 20 something inches wide. I don't remember exactly what they are. Other the units at the back of the room. But I decided that I would give them a try. So I ordered up 8 of these. Now they weigh over 300 pounds each. So that was a heck of a shipment to show up for the first time. But I put those in my room, and I know Dennis did a video of me some year ago or so with this, and I was astounded by the difference that it made in my room. So when I got talking about moving to a bigger facility, which is where I am now, we discussed how to design the room and base it around his technology. As you can see from behind me, the wall, everything that you see, the diffusers, everything, that's all comes from him. And it's all modular, which I really, really like. So it's something that can be moved, even though it weighs a lot. Some of the bigger units down below weigh as close to 500 pounds. So, moving isn't easy, but it is possible. Again, the idea is to really look at the low frequencies in a smallish room. Now, this room's much bigger. It's like more like a 20 by 25 foot. It's now got, a little over a 10-foot ceiling. So already I've got the volume thing working a little bit better for me, but it's still a small room by comparison to a dub stage and trying to really understand the low frequencies of your room. So we went through phase 1, which was quite a lot of stuff went into this room. Several tons of material showed up, and we put them in and built them up. These are in the back wall. There is actually bass traps below the diffusers and behind the diffusers. Front wall is two levels deep as well, and the idea behind that is to get all the way down to 30 hertz and really capture that. Now, the technology is just it's not nothing new. It's diaphragmatic absorption. That's what it is. So it's large and heavy, so that when low frequencies pass through, they really move that material and are absorbed just as a shock absorber. I have to say, I'm really astounded by what we've done in this room, and it's taken a while, I mean, again, we get to like with any room, you have to work it a bit. Phase one was noticeable. Phase two was really the ceiling treatment, and then phase three was the latest, which is we went up one step higher with the diffusers in the back, one step higher up at the front, and now the room just sounds beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Dennis also designed some low frequency absorbers, oddly for my point one, which is helping that tremendously in the room as well. It really makes a difference with that, and it's on wheels, so we can move it around and adjust it and get it fine tuned to where the room really works. So at any rate, I have to say, without getting into too much massive construction, which is what you really have to do, you're going to notice right away in this room how just sitting in here, great it sounds. You listen to the speakers, and you can move around this room anywhere, and the bass frequency response especially is very even. At the back of the room, we've actually raised the sofa a bit on the chair. There's still a tiny bit of a bump back there, but as you would expect when you get a little bit corner loaded or down farther, but honestly, you can sit back there and hear exactly what's going on with the mix, which is amazing to me, because that's a nice thing about being in a big dub stage is you've got a lot of places you can sit and understand how the mix is sounding. So that is really sort of where that is. You can contact Dennis Foley and talk to him further. He's more than happy to talk to people about their room designs. His stuff is incredible. That's all I can say. The room sounds incredibly flat. Please come by, join me, have a listen. Mixing wise, in the new room, I've mixed the upcoming Netflix show, The Willoughbys. I finished the album for Onward here in this room, and it was really nice actually, because I had actually mixed Onward on a big dub stage at Warner Brothers and brought it in here, and I was really, really pleased with how it translated in here and how this room felt like a big room. Currently, I'm mixing an album actually with my good friend Russ Miller and Giovanni Hidalgo. Conga player we recorded a while back in Miami, and I've been slowly mixing that, and that's sounding incredible. So that's been some of the new things that I've mixed in here. Hopefully upcoming, you're going to see a couple of the major shows coming up. I've been mixing all sorts of television stuff and things like that. Mira Royal Detective for Emirth of Oz, which is a really fun thing. So Noise Alchemy, as I was mentioning earlier, was designed to be an ease of use kind of studio. So hidden away in a closet off in the corner, there's a lot of technology here. It just looks like computer monitors, not much of a screen, but there's a lot of computers. So I've got a Mac Pro, one of the new ones, which has moved in. I've got one of the 26 cores that's here. I've got a Apple trash can, 12 core. There are a couple of 12 core old cheese graters that are here servicing the studio, as well as a large PC. that's servicing the studio. The whole idea is that there is nothing that I can't handle in terms of the scope of your project. So let's say it's a massive 192K project, we can accommodate. If it's 96K, we can accommodate. Pretty standard practice for me to mix with 3 to 4 rigs. Generally speaking, we'll have a two music rigs. One will be often the orchestra, one will be the prelay rig, one will be the mix into rig, and one will handle just video. So that's the pretty standard 4-computer setup, and that's just here and ready to go. I can reconfigure very quickly any computer. I've got it set up so you can be HDX1 on this computer, HDX3 on this computer. You could be HD native on this computer. You can, whatever you want to do. We can quickly switch it up. And if you let me know what your parameters are in advance, pretty much the idea is you can come in, sit down, and be mixing in minutes, not hours like you have to do in many studios. The studio is equipped with, for now, or at this moment, the monitoring system. The mains are PMC 1B1S's. That's powered by Bryston amplifiers. And then I have PMC surrounds as well as a PMC subwoofer. So that's what comes with the studio. Of course, I understand that a lot of people want different types of monitors. So if you're coming in, it's very easy to take those monitors out and swap out monitors if necessary. But, I think that, for the most part, because of the cost ideas here, I'm trying to make it a boutique all-in-one setup. So really, you can come in, get your mixing done, and trust that what comes out of here is sounding great, because really acoustically is what I've really spent a lot of my attention on in the studio.
Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. We also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to, so please do that, because we offer special price discounts to only those on our newsletter. And then don't forget about our forum. We have started a forum on our own website where people ask questions, and I usually get a chance every couple of days to look at it. There's an interchange between people on the forum, and we'll give you real answers on a regular basis, so that'll help you. Thank you.